And we are joined on the phone today by Cory Lerios. He's the founder, longtime member for the band Pablo Cruise. They've got a new single out. It's called Breathe. Cory, how's it going today?
Hey there, Dustin. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm out here in California.
Well, it's definitely a lot nicer weather than we usually have here in Minnesota, I guess.
Are you are you getting some good weather now, or what? Is it okay?
Yep, no snow yet, so things are pretty good up on our part here.
Great.
Well, Cory, let's talk about the new single from Pablo Cruise, Breathe. Can you tell the fans a little bit about the new single?
Yeah, we're really happy with this record. You know, during this pandemic, we've been trying to figure out things to do, just like every other band and musician, on the planet. And so we decided to start, writing some songs almost virtually, because everybody's in different places, but everybody has a studio in their house. So, that's kind of what we decided to do during this shutdown. And we came up with this title kind of just prior to the pandemic, and sort of tailored the lyric to kind of what we felt was going on. And I had heard the Dalai Lama on TV talking about how people get through real stressful times, and his final words were, "People just need to breathe." And we had already started the song, so it kind of felt like a good title to work with, And it's actually the first studio record. I call it a studio record because parts of it were done here at my studio with the guys before the pandemic, and then the rest of it was kind of phoned in, including the video. I don't know if you saw the video or not.
Yep, it's got kind of a Zoom meeting kind of look to it in some parts. It's great.
Yeah, it was the best we could do, But yeah, so it's we're really proud of the record. We're hoping to get together and start rehearsing and be able to play that when we get back out on the road, because we've yet to play it live. So that's the next step with that song.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had a new album from Pablo Cruise, and the new song here definitely has the classic sound. And how is it for you, playing with, Dave and Larry, after all these years? You guys have been playing together for a long time.
Well, it's really, the whole thing is, people ask that question. I mean, I think the whole reason the band's, out and playing now, and actually, more than ever. I mean, last year we did a lot of shows all over the country. It's great, and I think it's really basically because we really get along well. We travel well together. We've added a new singer who picks up on a lot of the lead vocals, this guy, Robbie Wyckoff, who was out with Roger Waters for the last, not the last 6 years, but he did like 6 full tours, the Wall Tour, doing the David Gilmour part. So he's a phenomenal singer, and I've worked with him on commercial TV stuff, and he's really good friends with Larry, so he just fit in really well. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, when we started the band back up, I mean, we took a long hiatus. I mean, it's kind of a joke because we stopped for about 20 years. And I always say it wasn't real great for business because we when we got back together to play, we didn't really know if we're still fans, we're still out there. But it turns out they are and have been, and they've been very supportive, and so that's really brought a lot of joy to the shows. But we picked up more the last couple of years. I think it's just that everybody's more apt to want to go out and play. It's a great release, and it's nice to feel, especially for Dave Jenkins and I, to have the repertoire kind of in our back pocket. We did write all that material, and so let me put it to you this way: if it wasn't fun, and I speak for everybody, we wouldn't do it.
Well, it's great that you guys are back out and, looking forward to the new album, and hopefully seeing you guys again on the road when everything clears up here. And, you mentioned kind of having the recordings in your repertoire there. I know you've had an incredible career, apart from Pablo Cruise, all the TV and the films you've scored. How did that all come about?
Well, that's kind of where the hiatus started. It was like mid-'80s, and the truth be told, the band kind of just sort of fizzled out. And it wasn't like there was dramatic breakup. It was just that we went different ways. Dave went off and joined a country band with a couple Doobie Brothers, and called Southern Pacific, and I had always been, kind of wanting to do that, to do some scoring and to write some underscore and themes and things like that for TV. So, I think it was just my positioning as a writer in Los Angeles with the Pablo Cruise repertoire and those hits that it led to, me getting a really good agent and getting actually the first episodic TV show I did was a show called Max Headroom. I don't know if you remember that show, but
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
really a great show. Difficult show to do, but that's how I sort of cut my teeth in that arena of primarily television. I mean, I scored a few movies, but really a lot of television, and then eventually I ended up doing all the music for Baywatch for the whole duration of the series, and that was really great to work with. All those people were great to work with, and so one thing led to another. We basically built a little company and had several shows and a lot of writers working with us and kind of knocking out these episodic TV shows. And but it's very tedious work. It's the antithesis of being, in a band and getting on stage and playing an hour and a half and everybody loves you. It's more like, there's no hours to writing for TV or film, and not everybody loves you. You get a lot of, you turn in the score and you think, this is the best thing I've ever written, and all of a sudden there's that phone call from the executive producer that says, "Listen, it's never been horrible, but they work on these shows a lot longer, than we do. We get like to do music for a for an episodic TV show. It can be sometimes, they'll call and let's say you have 48 hours, or at the most you might have a week or 4 or 5 days even." So, but it's been a great run. It's still at that on the side. That's something that's great when you're not on the road with the band. But these days with the technology you can write this stuff in your car.
Excellent. Cory, it's been great speaking with you. I'm definitely excited that you guys are back out there, and thank you so much for your time.
All right, Dustin. Well, if you see us, if we get into Minnesota, check us out. Come out, let us know.
All right, will do. Thanks, Cory.
All right, thank you.
And again, that was Cory Lerios, founder, longtime member of the band Pablo Cruise. And Pablo Cruise has a new single. It's called Breathe. And it's out there now, and new music video as well. It's available now.